I'm doing this early again tonight. Not as early as yesterday night, but I'm still early. I'm doing this early because I need to wake up early for work tomorrow. Again. I am so exhausted. It wasn't busy at work today, but I still had to wake up early nonetheless. I am borderline about to pass out. But I must do this because I need to show you guys day 5 of Eternatus. Here's the stuff. There you go. Before anyone tells me I'm doing this too slow, I should have been done catching the 1,500 Pokemon by now. Look, I'm not Reversal. I can't catch 1,000 Pokemon a day. And also, in terms of the eggs, I'm only hatching one at a time, plus the daily egg. Because I can, because I choose to. And I didn't do a raid today. Also today, I did get this shiny Pikachu. Getting a lot of shiny Pikachus. That's good. Actually, that's not good, because I cannot ever transfer them to home. So if Pokemon Go were to ever die, then any shiny costumes, like these shiny Pikachus, are all going down with the ship. And, you know, there's no guarantees Pokemon Go will never shut down. Mario Kart Tour just shut down, or at least it's going to, soon. And yes, Mario Kart is no Pokemon. But you also will never know, right? You just never know. So, once again, I got nothing to talk about today. I could have watched some of the shows that I'm behind on, like Beast Games and Ted Season 2s. So anyways, earlier tonight, after I left work, I went to the Best Buy that's right next door. You know, because I'm looking for that external hard drive. I wanted to see if they had any and how much it would be. And I'm thinking, holy shit, what happened? I looked at the prices, it's like it's like $400 for 3 terabytes. I'm thinking, what the hell happened? I don't remember how much I paid for the last one I bought, but it was nowhere near $400. Yeah, I'm looking at my computer right now. The one I currently have that's literally running out of space, 4.71 gigabytes free of 3.63 terabytes. That's the one I currently have. It's about to run out of space. I sure did not spend close to $400 for this thing. I don't think I even spent $100 on it before. Like, what the hell happened? $400 for a 3 terabyte external hard drive. What the hell? I should have just stolen it. But they have safeguards for that now. Because they don't have them displayed outside. I wasn't going to steal it. But at these prices, maybe I should have. Like, what the hell, man? $400 for a 3 terabyte external hard drive. I don't think I even spent $100 on it last time. Maybe I did, I don't remember. But I sure did not spend that much. I don't think I spent... I for sure didn't spend $200. Like, geez, is this that chip shortage or whatever? Like, is this the... whatever computer parts is in short supply? Is this the result of it? And you know, in a way, I don't have to save all my VODs, right? I just choose to just in case, I don't know, if the channel ever gets hacked. God damn it, I need to wake up early tomorrow as well. What did I see there? I almost thought one of those was yellow, but just didn't sparkle. Oh, by the way, so I did test it out. So that Alpha Mime Jr. I caught, who knows how long ago at this point. I did test it out. I evolved it into a Galarian Mr. Mime in Sword and Shield, and then I sent it over to Legend ZA. Yes, it does work. It does retain the Alpha. Off chance it wouldn't, you know, I just had to make sure. But it does, so I'm not wasting my time doing this. Imagine that was the case. I spent all this time hunting for this shiny Alpha Mime Jr. only for it to not even work. For whatever reason, you send it over and it loses its Alpha marking. If that was the case, then I would have stopped doing this on the spot. But it does work. And also, no surprise, it's in a Strange Ball. And you know what else? So I did take a look, because I was curious. What shiny from this game, what shiny would match the colors of the Strange Ball? Kind of like the greenish teal kind of color? I guess maybe Rowlet. While less on the green side, maybe Shiny Gardevoir. Because something like Shiny Zubat and Golbat, the green is much more brighter than the Strange Ball. Oh, but the blue from Shiny Gardevoir matches the Strange Ball's green more. You know, there are rumors right now of a Switch 2 OLED model coming. Well, I don't know how I feel about that, because I bought the Switch 2 and I honestly haven't even opened it yet. While I was at Best Buy earlier, I also took a look at, while I was walking around trying to look for the external hard drives, and I found the micro SD cards. It's like 256 or whatever gigabytes for like $75. It's not bad. It's not too bad. Because that's partially why I haven't opened my Switch 2 yet. I don't even have an SD card for it. I still need to buy one. And then I heard something before the Switch 2 even came out. I heard something like it has to be Nintendo sold SD cards for it to work. You can't just buy any one off the market. I don't know. I don't know how true that is. I haven't looked into it yet. Uh, Oh, by the way, did you guys hear that McDonald's is doing yet another collab with BTS soon? Guess who's gonna be made the bitch to go and fetch a dozen Happy Meals? Yeah, my sister's gonna go Scorched Earth to collect the whole set. And she's gonna make me go whenever the opportunity comes up. She's gonna text me like, hey, didn't you say there was a McDonald's where you work? Go check. Go check which toy they have. I'm missing this one and this one and this one. Go check if they have it. But make sure to ask which one it is before you buy. That way you don't waste money. You know, I can only imagine McDonald's workers, they dread when certain toy collabs are coming. Like with BTS, like with Pokemon cards. Because they know that particular sets are going to be high in demand. But they're only going to have one toy available per day or whatever. So if you're a McDonald's worker, you probably have hundreds of people come in a day ask you, which toy do you have today? Damn, I remember the days when McDonald's had things I would want, aside from Pokemon cards. Remember when McDonald's had actual quality Hot Wheels? Man, they used to have McDonald's Hot Wheels that were like the same quality, the same solid quality as the ones you would pick up off the shelf. But then they cheaped out on the quality, just made it like weaker plastic, and also the cars were much bigger. Shame. You know, a part of me is even amazed that Hot Wheels is still going. I used to collect it a lot as a kid, and I stopped because I wasted too much money. Oh, but me spending all my money on amiibos is better, huh? Instead of buying a $2 toy car, I'm spending it now like $30 figures. Yeah, that's much better. But yeah, every now and then I just browse the toy aisle just to see what they might have, and it's like, damn, a lot of the designs now just aren't that good. You know, I remember the toy aisle at Walmart growing up was a magical place. Not only were there Hot Wheels that were actually good looking and desirable, there was also Pokemon cards. This was before they were all scalped to high heaven. But in the past, there were also certain trends that I grew up with, kind of like Bakugan, kind of like, who remembers Silly Bands? Why aren't you shiny? You could have been shiny for me and this whole thing would have ended. Once again, I want to see if this could happen. I want to see if I can get a red Gyarados from the lake. Oh, by the way, so today, outside wasn't as bad as yesterday was. Yesterday was bright orange all over. Yesterday had that Breaking Bad filter over literal reality. And today, while the actual the actual air itself wasn't orange. Yeah, today smelled much worse. There was much more actual smoke in the air. My friend put it was so orange yesterday because of all the smoke being high up. But now all the smoke has settled down. All the smoke is down where we humans stand. So we breathe more of it in today. Fantastic. Ooh, okay, that's good. And you know what? Maybe I should have set this up earlier. Oh well, it's not that big a deal. I can set it up now. Because I was watching the news earlier about the fires, and I saw this. Boom. Well, actually, that's way too zoomed in. Hold on. Yeah. 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 I saw this earlier. This is how severe it is. And I'm thinking, holy shit. Literally all of Canada is on fire. Well, except for the most northern parts. Because the red and purple are out of control. And majority of it is red and purple. Literally all of Canada is on fire right now. I knew there were some fires, but I didn't think there would be that many. I didn't think it was that bad. And you know, my Neanderthal brain is thinking, it can't be that hard to put out the fires, right? Just spray water at the base of the fire, and, you know, dampen the ground where the fire is at, you should be good. Yeah, that's clearly how it works, right? I mean, you saw that picture just now. You saw the scale of how many fires there are. And there are reports saying that these fires, even if we control them, they probably won't. Uh, they probably won't be fully put out until like at least it snows. At least when it starts snowing. And my friend's prediction is probably true. It's only gonna get worse from here. Like, probably every single summertime moving forward, we're going to have these wildfire outbreaks at some point. You know, to my memory, or to my knowledge, these wildfires only began a couple years ago. Like, I don't remember growing up having wildfires to the point, like, the entire air would turn smoggy. Well, I tried. What? You know, this is like the size I would expect a regular Magnezone to be. Not the Alpha. Is there more? So, what's everyone else out there up to? I am too tired to think. You know, a part of me isn't sure if it's a placebo thing with my sister. If she believes she's pregnant, then the symptoms will show. Or if she's actually experiencing them. Things like nausea, things like certain foods putting her off. I don't know if I don't know if it's a placebo thing. Like, you know, you expect these when you're pregnant, and then it's actually happening because you expected them. You knew they were going to happen. Or are you actually experiencing it? You know, I don't know what it's like to be pregnant. I'll never be pregnant myself because that's biologically impossible. So I don't know what it's like to suddenly have your favorite food disgust you. Like, genuinely, the smell would make you want to vomit. Like, you do a full 180 switch up. Oh, you want to hear something funny? So, earlier tonight, my dad asked me, "Son, do you have this? Do you have this app?" And then he shows me Temu. I'm just like, "No, Dad, I don't have Temu, and I would not trust buying anything from Temu anyways." Yeah, me personally, I just would not buy something off of Temu. That's just me, though. From Temu, from AliExpress, like, I just would not buy from these places. Why aren't you shiny? You know, now that I'm near the finish line for my Alpha Living Dex, I really want it to end. Like, I am now that I know it's about to be done, I really want it to be over. I am so tired of waiting for space-time distortions to spawn, especially in the Cobalt Coastlands, because it sucks there. It is so prone to intense sun and thunderstorms. I could be waiting for a long time, and then the weather changes up. It's like, well, you just waited all that time for nothing. The Crimson Mirelands was by far the easiest to wait for space-time distortions. I should have done that last. Anyone else find it interesting how certain carbs actually help when you're eating stuff? Not, I don't mean help you get full. I mean actually help you with the taste. Because you ever tried eating a burger without the buns? It's kind of just not as enjoyable. Like you actually taste the flavor of the buns, and it goes well together. But if you eat it without, it's just like it's not as good anymore. Or you ever tried eating your Chinese food without without rice? It's kind of not the same. Now I could eat without rice, but then again, it's like sometimes the food is a little bit too rich, so the rice cuts down on it. Gotta have some starch. I don't even know if it's a starch thing. To me, it's more like a flavor thing. Wow. The hell am I hearing? Is that this causing the noises? I didn't know these things made sounds. I love how it's literally just the texture clipping through the ground. Does anyone else get sick of drinking water sometimes? It's just like, yeah, it's just so basic tasting. I want something with actual flavor. Well, I've been drinking lemon water all day, and now it's like, now I wish I, now I want some regular water. Water is low-key sweet. I don't know what world you're living in. If we always go to these artificial flavor packets or whatever, you put your Kool-Aid or whatever in your water, just so there's flavor in your water. Sometimes we forget that you could just put fruit slices in your water to add just a hint of flavor to it. And I went over this before, too. Whenever we want something sweet, why do we always go straight to candy? Fruit is sweet as well. In fact, when someone offers us a fruit, we actively are disgusted, like, ew, an apple? Why would I choose that when I want something sweet? It's like, why? Why are we like this? I'm not gonna lie, I'm like this too, but why? Why are people like this? Why are we like this? We want something sweet. We don't reach for the apple or the orange or the mango. No, we reach for the artificially sweetened, or not, artificially flavored uh, corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup. It's like, why? Why do we not only not go towards fruit, but we also actively reject it? You know, if I'm craving something sweet, why do I not reach for an apple? Why do I not reach for an orange? Oh, speaking of which, anyone else ever have a problem with orange juice? Like, I swear, I always thought this my entire life. You buy the orange juice from a bottle in a store, there's just this off taste from it. There's this, like, hint of bitter taste to it. Y'all ever drank fresh orange juice, like, just squeezed orange juice? It does not taste the same. Like, it's much sweeter. It's a little more watery. Well, I suppose that's why you buy concentrate at the store. Yeah, like, the bottle orange juice just doesn't taste right. It just doesn't taste like actual orange juice. I suppose you're tasting the preservatives. But if you actually compared fresh, genuine orange juice to the bottled stuff, the real stuff tastes much sweeter. Versus the bottle stuff, there's a little bit of a bitter hint to it. In fact, the opposite is true for apple juice. Apple juice, the stuff you buy, it is like 200% sweeter. You know, for the past 2 days, I've wanted to cook a steak for dinner. I even took it out the freezer. I didn't have a chance to dry brine it like I wanted to, but oh well. Because the day after work, I went to Best Buy before I came home, so thus I came home a little bit later. Instead of me coming home and then cooking up a steak, my mom already cooked it by the time I got home. Yeah. Normally I do just salt and pepper. If I'm feeling fancy or if I'm feeling the flavor, I'll add garlic powder to it. Normally I just like salt and pepper. I like just the beef flavor itself plus pepper. You know, I used the butter base, but now it's like I don't hate it, but again, I just prefer the beef taste. I just prefer the clean taste of it being by itself. So this time, my mom cooked and she tried something different. She added Chinese 5 spice to it. And I'm thinking, yeah, I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. You know my stand mixer? I never even opened it, let alone used it. I got it, um, I got it quite a while ago. I got it, you know, when Toby was still here. And I never wanted to use it because at the time, Toby was old. I didn't want to turn it on and startle him, give him a heart attack, and die. Well, Toby is long gone now. And now there's really no reason why I don't ever, you know, pull it out the basement and actually give it a try. I can make dough with it, I can make pasta with it, I can season ground meat with it without using my hands. I can actually make macarons properly. You know, because I didn't have a stand mixer before, I actually legitimately taped a whisk to a power drill to use. I really did. I taped a whisk to a power drill. You know, it's not easy to find almond flour. It's actually not. Walmart doesn't have it. I don't even remember where I got it. Maybe I got it from Bulk Barn. Oh, you want to know something I thought about? A while ago, I talked about Smash characters. I talked about how certain Persona characters, well, the Phantom Thieves logo wouldn't match the protagonist for 3 and 4. And then we went over how that's kind of the case with Xenoblade. And then I thought, well, what if they changed the logo? It wouldn't be the first time that they've done that. Think about Snake. They changed his logo. I think Snake may be the only case where that's happened. Yeah, but what would the Persona logo even be changed to? Just a letter P? Maybe it should be the letter R, considering Persona re-releases all have the letter R following the title. I wonder if they themselves realize that's a trend they set, intentionally or not. Uh. Uh. Oh. I thought about something today too. I thought about the fact that I am absolutely doomed. Alright, it all stemmed from something my mom said to me. So I've been complaining about my sister for quite a while now how she an absolutely lazy hoe. How she don't even show up to work half the time, but yet I have to work 3 jobs, 7 days a week, no break. Suck it up, loser. Be grateful for all this. Thank us, even. And then, because I complain about all this all the time, you know, in my opinion, it's absolute bullshit that my sister can follow her husband's schedule of not knowing what days off he has. Because he takes different days off each week. Like, each week it changes. It could be Monday and Friday one week. It could be Tuesday and Wednesday the next week. It could be Monday and Thursday the following week. Like, it changes every single week. And to me, it's absolute bullshit that whatever day he has off, she'll just suddenly take that day off too. So because I think that is absolute trash, that is unfair as hell, you wanna know what my mom told me? My mom told me, one day when you find a girlfriend, you can do the same. You can take days off, you know? You can just not show up to work because you want to be with her. One day when you get a girlfriend, you can do the same. And I only just thought about this, and I'm thinking, what the hell are you talking about? No, I can't. No, I cannot. If I get a girlfriend. I can't take random days off at the new job. And it's not like sister over there is gonna show up to work because I tell her, hey, I can't. I'm hanging out with her today. Bye. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? No, I can't. And think about this for a second, folks. If I do meet someone, how appealing, how attractive will it be when I tell her, oh, I probably don't have a lot of time to see you. I'm working 3 jobs. And more than likely, by the time I get I get off, I'm gonna be too tired to see you. I also gotta go to bed early so I can make it to work tomorrow as well. Yeah, these fuckers I live with, they just don't let me ever take a break. Because, yeah, that's what a woman wants. Unavailability. So I am absolutely screwed. Uh... Probably doing the world a favor that I stay alone. Last thing the world needs is 2 of me running around. And whenever my sister has her kid, well, she's especially not going to show up to work. So what time do I have? If I meet someone, what do you mean you can also take time off like the way she does? No, I can't! Anyone else think the world is actually just falling apart? Canada's on fire. The gaming industry is crumbling. Hollywood, well, they seem to be moving away, but it doesn't seem like the message, they received the message yet. Just look at the Odyssey. So Hollywood still is trying to rebuild. What the hell was that just now? Did you see that? Something white to the side of the screen. And you know, it seems like my biggest franchises, the biggest franchises I watch, they're kind of just unsure of what to do. Look at Marvel, DC, Walking Dead. They don't even know what they're doing anymore. There's a lot of risk when it comes to Avengers Doomsday, but we will have to wait and see. DC? Well, looking at you, Matt Reeves. 2028 for the Batman Part 2, huh? We may not get a genuine DCU Batman film until 2030. And that's probably at the earliest. And then Walking Dead, well, at the moment, at this moment in time, they kind of seem like they have no plans for the future. Dead City Season 3 is coming out soon. But it hasn't been renewed for Season 4 yet. Or has it? I don't remember anymore. I don't think it has. Daryl Dixon Season 4 is going to be it. That'll be the end of the show. Then what? So, will we only have Dead City? You ended all your other shows and you haven't announced any other spin-offs. I don't know why it's so hard for AMC to do something good with the franchise, something exciting. Just give us a new original show. That's it! It's not that hard. You already did it with Fear the Walking Dead. Sure, you absolutely screwed the pooch with that, like hard. Just do it again! And bring back Tales of the Walking Dead, but do it properly. Don't give us random episodes and have A-Train come on. Give us actual stories that fill in the gaps from the original show. You know, I would love to get a Walking Dead show that takes place in another country, and I don't mean Daryl Dixon. I mean like an actual brand new show following a new set of characters, but in a different country. I know that would be logistically impossible, like an absolute nightmare. Like an American production Walking Dead show that, like, say, takes place in Japan. In an entire Japanese cast. That would be an absolute nightmare to make, which is why it would never happen. Can you imagine that, though? A Walking Dead show that takes place in Japan, or China, or wherever else, that follows the initial outbreak. That would be amazing to see. But the world we live in just sucks. And we can never get stuff like that. Like, I want to see what the downfall looks like in a more populated area. Sure, we saw how it was depicted for Los Angeles, even though they kinda glossed over it, I'll be honest. Well, there's another shiny Abra failed. Come on, I didn't even get a chance for that one. Nah, that Abra's gone. Oh well. I love how we're actually getting a lot of shinies that isn't even what we're looking for. You would think I would phase a lot more on Mime Jr., but no, we're phasing on a lot of other stuff. Anything you guys want to talk about? Because I'm out of ideas. No, not that. That beat me to it. I was too busy playing Yu-Gi-Oh! What, the phone game? The phone game or the actual cards? Because you had me play the tutorial to the game on your phone, and I did not know what was even happening. The PC game. I shouldn't be surprised there's a PC game. You know, do they still add new Yu-Gi-Oh? Like they add new Pokemon? I don't even know what they're called. Are they just called Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Not one thing. Did you guys also hear that the CEO of Game Freak or whoever said he sees Pokemon will most likely continue for like the next, I don't know, like 50 to 80 years? I wonder. I wonder if someone like me will actually be able to live to see the end of Pokemon. Like, I wonder if I will ever live to see they announce we will conclude Pokemon. This next generation will be it. We will not put out any new designs. We can do future games set in new regions, but that's it. We're done adding new designs. I wonder if we'll ever see that. Probably in like 50 to 80 years. You know, it's kind of hard to believe that. I remember being excited for so many previous Pokemon generations, and to think all of that was so many years ago. I remember being so excited for Sun and Moon to come out, and that was 10 years ago. You know, Sun and Moon is actually a game I would want to replay one day. Not Ultra Sun and Moon, the original Sun and Moon. Because I played Sun and Moon one time when it came out. And then Ultra Sun and Moon came out, and well, the Ultra games I have played at least like a dozen times. But the original Sun and Moon, I only played once. And I'll be honest, I don't even remember what the differences are anymore. At the time, because I played the two games back to back, I knew what the differences were right away, but now it's like I don't even remember what the differences were. I don't remember any different storylines, any character swaps or whatever. Like, I don't remember any of that at all anymore. So me going back to play the original Sun and Moon will be like a brand new experience. Does anyone else miss third versions? In a way I do, since third versions would fix whatever problems the original games had. At least hopefully. But in a way I don't, because then I don't have to buy pretty much the same game again and play through it again. I don't know, it's a double-edged sword. I don't get improvements on the original region, but I also don't have to buy the same game again and play through pretty much the same game again. You know, I see a lot of videos going over how the Nintendo Switch 2 is underselling. It's a bit of a disappointment, probably in Nintendo's eyes. A part of me is starting to think, do you think Nintendo thinks it was probably a mistake to release a Nintendo Switch 2? Because think about it, it's not like the Wii going to the Wii U, even though the Wii U flopped. Like, it's not that. It's not the GameCube going into the Wii, right? It is damn near the same system, right? It's an improved version of the exact same system. The GameCube and Wii were completely different. The Wii and Wii U were completely different. Sure, you could play Wii games, but that's besides the point. Like, they were completely different systems. The Switch to Switch 2, that is damn near the same thing. Ignoring the price increase, which doesn't help them. Well, why would you buy a Switch 2 when you already are playing on the Switch 1 and it is damn near the same thing? Like, you don't even have very, very alluring, exclusives on it. Sure, there are exclusives I want, but not something that gets me salivating so hard I need to buy the system right away. Like, I'm not gonna lie, folks. Age of Imprisonment, Kirby Air Riders, Mario Kart World, those were not system sellers for me. Like, I want those games, but I wasn't gonna buy the whole console just to play that one game. And I'll be honest, still to this moment, there is no console seller for me. Like, I don't know what they're doing over there at Nintendo HQ. Where's the equivalent to Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild for this? Can you believe we're actually coming up to 10 years for the last mainline 3D Mario game? I think. I don't think there was any others that came out since Mario Odyssey. There was Bowser's Fury, but that was an extension to an already existing game. We had Mario Wonder, but I'm talking 3D Mario games. I don't think so, right? I think Mario Odyssey may have been the last one we got, and that was almost a decade ago. You know what's another game I never bought? I was browsing games earlier just to see what there might be. And I remembered, oh yeah, Detective Pikachu Returns. That exists. I haven't watched gameplay for it yet. I didn't even buy the game. Because I kind of see no replayability with that game. If I were to buy it, because at that point, unless I wait a decade before I play it again, I'll just know what the puzzles are, right? So yeah, I kind of forgot that Detective Pikachu Returns even came out. While I didn't play the original game, I did watch gameplay for it, and I did get invested. The story for the original Detective Pikachu was pretty good. And then the movie came out, and that was okay. By the way, what's going on with that film sequel? I feel like the movie has probably just been silently cancelled, because they haven't announced anything for it. They haven't said it's still happening, but they haven't said it's cancelled. I don't know. And you know what's interesting? Nobody talks about that movie. Like, we actually have a live action Pokemon film, and nobody talks about it. Isn't that kind of crazy? We actually have a look at what Pokemon would look like in real life, and nobody talks about it. Even when the film just came out, nobody really talked about it. Can you imagine if we got a live action Decidueye, what that would look like? I mean, live action Charizard and Greninja were kind of nightmare fuel. Do you think they did not show us live action Gardevoir or Lopunny for a reason? How's that Yu-Gi-Oh game you're playing? You know, if my sister doesn't buy flowers for tomorrow, then I'll have to. Before I come home, I'm gonna go buy flowers for Toby's birthday tomorrow. You know, sometimes I think about this. Obviously, there are Pokemon clones, right? But I wonder if anything actually copied the shiny Pokemon concept, like a rare color variation. I wonder if anything else actually has that. And I don't mean like an indie game or like an app. I mean like an actual, almost AAA game. Like an actual game out there that has rare color variations of creatures that may or may not have any sort of difference. I don't know, or is just aesthetic like for Pokemon. You know, I wonder what Pokemon would be like if they never introduced shinies. Imagine how different the landscape would be. Ah, a Cherubi outbreak again? Yeah, I'm gonna check it. And you know what? Bring these with me. I hear no sparkle sound effect. Nothing. Oh yeah, Pokemon Go also changed uh almost logo when it comes to you opening the app. Now it also says Scopely. It doesn't just say Niantic, now it also says Scopely. It's still kind of wild that Pokemon Go was sold. Wait, no, not yet. Save the game first. I really shouldn't even bother going to check, since both of them there, Mime Jr. doesn't really even spawn. But there is still a spawn, so I may as well give that a try. I wonder if at work I could find an external hard drive for not $400. Ooh, I should check Costco. You know what? I haven't checked Costco. Damn it, I need to sign in for details. Well, the prices at Costco ain't that much better, but at least the value is much better. This one here, 4 terabyte external hard drive, $379.99. While that's still shy of $400, at Costco, what? At Best Buy, 3 terabytes was more than this. Maybe by a couple bucks, but still. 4 terabytes for $400. Ugh. Well, the price of Switch games on Costco ain't good at all either. Yo, even if I wanted to just take the L, buy these Switch games at full price, hmm, who do I want to give my business to? Because, retailers take a cut for the product sold. So I'm clearly not going to buy it off of Nintendo's online store themselves, because the hell with them. So who do I want to give a cut to? Do I want to give it to Best Buy? Walmart? EB Games? No, I don't. Fuck EB Games. Do I want to give it to Costco? Who do I want to give a cut to? I don't really know any, like, private-owned video game stores. I wouldn't buy it off of EB Games anyways. They charge me for shipping. You know, Walmart, I would save 9 cents per game. Like, legitimately. But at Costco, I would save 99 cents per game. But they don't have every game I want. Damn you, digital age, where everything is caught on security cameras. Why can't I just break into a store and steal it in peace without being caught? Alright, here's the plan. I get a job at EB Games at a very far away location. Once I'm hired, I disable the cameras, slide a copy into my bag, and then I quit their job. But what good would that do? More games are only going to come out in the future. I'm too tired for this. Way too tired. Oh yeah, in terms of the world completely falling apart, not only is Canada on fire, not only is the gaming industry crumbling, I also saw on the news that Texas is flooding. Texas is flooding. I even saw a tornado was forming. I don't think we're long for this world much longer, folks. I feel like humanity will just be wiped out by natural disasters relatively soon. If not fires, then floods. Oh, also, I also saw that New Zealand had an earthquake, so there are tsunami warnings there. It's like, what on earth is happening to the earth? Folks, I feel like we're about to experience a real-life 2012, and we will be wiped off the face of the planet. At this rate, well, if it happens, it happens. I welcome death. And I already know, once I'm gone, well, I ain't seeing none of my friends and family no more, because, I'm the only one who's not gonna go to heaven. Don't worry, when I am down in the fiery pits, I will be sure to meet up with the worst of the worst and beat their asses. You know what I find funny? I remember the line. I remember this line from the Lucifer TV show on Netflix, where Lucifer even says, Trump, he's definitely going to hell. Oh, definitely. It's like, wow, okay. You don't have to tell me he's a great guy and going to heaven, but like, damn, wow. Alright. Which one of you wrote that into the script? You know, it's very easy for me to forget that Lucifer was a DC show. And with it being confirmed to be in the DC multiverse, it's a pretty tame Earth. It's a very regular Earth. Nobody with superpowers. It's just, well, the devil is walking on the planet. And a couple of angels, too. And I guess God did as well. And the mother of creation. The goddess of creation. You know, it is pretty funny. Anytime you rewatch The Flash, or Arrow, or Smallville, because it is confirmed to be in the same multiverse, you have to think, yeah, there is a god. We've seen what he looks like. These characters on other Earths questioning, is God real? And then we know it is, yeah, everything is real. God is real. We've seen what he looks like. We've seen him wear socks and sandals on Lucifer. What I find funny to think is that the DC multiverse, there should be just one god, just one Lucifer. So the devil chose Earth 666 to go to out of all the Earths on the multiverse. Either if he knew it or not, but there's no way there's a coincidence, right? There's no way that was a coincidence. I guess if I want more storage space, I have no choice but to fork over $400. Christ almighty, man. You know what I find interesting to think about for the Persona series? So I thought about this. the Aeon Arcana, the games really hint that the main character, the protagonist you play as, are really interested in that character. Joker with Sumire, Makoto with Aegis. And then there's Persona 4. I mean, that's not to say that you doesn't probably canonically only fall for Marie. For God's sake, we've seen the man only dream about her. But what I find it pretty funny is the fact that, alright, so Atlas has been advertising Persona 4 Revival as if the game is going to be dropping tomorrow. And yet, if you think about it, the way the game is, the way Persona 4 is, Marie kind of gets heavily overshadowed by characters like Rise, Yukiko, Rise, Naoto, and Rise. I find it funny how the game really just does not put attention on Marie. Okay, I see a Mime Jr. there. Oh yeah, I hear it's gonna storm. Maybe on Saturday. That'll help with the fires and the drought, I suppose. You know, a part of me thinks, why is this so hard to do? You know how you see footage of planes flying over, dropping these fire suppression liquids or whatever? I don't know if it's just water or if there's a special something that they put, that they release specifically designed to put out fires, but is also like eco-friendly enough. I don't know. Why is it so hard to get like a wave of planes firing, or not firing, releasing fire suppression stuff all together? Like, why can't we have 100 of those planes flying at the exact same time and all of them release it? Right? Why does it have to be one by one? I'm sure we could find a way. Then again, what do I know, right? Did I actually throw a berry? Well, almost done for tonight, and then I get to go to sleep. I can't believe I gotta go to work early tomorrow as well. Hold on. Wait a minute. Am I there yet? Were these part of that, or did these ones... Were these ones the ones that were already here? Damn it! Well, there's no point. We already checked, so we can just go right back. Oh, you want to hear something real quick? So, speaking of more BTS, the BTS Oreo collab happened not long ago. Gonna keep my distance. Is that a shiny alpha? Is that what I got? Or is it the other one that's shiny? Hold on. Does that look paler? I think that's a shiny alpha. Yo, y'all messing up my groove. It's a shiny alpha Abra. Okay, this makes up for failing that shiny Abra earlier. Yo, a shiny alpha Abra! That's awesome! Though it's not the shiny alpha we want, it's a shiny alpha nonetheless. That is now the second shiny alpha I got while hunting this. Anyways, as I was saying, so recently the BTS and Oreo collab happened, and of course my sister bought it. So I tried it. Not only was the BTS flavor one, the what was it, the sugar, it's the brown sugar pancake thing, whatever. Not only was it pretty sweet, like very sweet, the box also came with double stuffed Oreos, and I think this is the first time in my life I've had a double stuffed Oreo. Look, I'm not a huge fan of Oreos, alright, folks? Unless they gold Oreos, because I fucks with those. Like, I'll eat Oreos, but I'll never go out of my way to buy them. Unless they gold. You feel me? Unless them's the gold Oreos, I ain't going out of my way for Oreos. So, I just never buy double stuffed Oreos. So I think this was the first time I ever had a double stuffed Oreo, and I gotta say, I don't think I like it. I think I'm the only one who doesn't like it that much. So what I did was I dipped it in milk, or rather I soaked it in milk. And then trying the double stuffed Oreo, well, because the milk made the cookie all soggy, all of that was gone, all of that has been swallowed, pause. And what I'm left with is just a mouthful of cream. Pause. Like the double stuffed Oreos, when I'm eating it, the cookies, they're all gone, and then all that's left is the cream in my mouth. Pause on that. And I don't think I like it. I don't think I like the extra amount of cream in my mouth. Mega pause. Like, all jokes aside, I feel like double stuff may be a bit much. Maybe a little too much. And I know that's blasphemy, because a lot of people say the cream's the best part. People say even double stuff isn't enough. Ugh. I don't know, I still only like the gold Oreos. I only like the gold ones. Do not put a box of gold Oreos in front of me, because they will all disappear. Will I ever get, a woman in my life who tells me, hey, I bought you a box of gold Oreos because you like them so much? Nope. Nope. Uh-uh. Never happening. In fact, the only thing I do get whenever I say I like the gold Oreos, especially much more than the regular Oreos, I'm met with, like, confusion and judgment, like, really, man? The gold ones, really? Really? You prefer the gold Oreos to the regulars? And I'm just like, yeah! What's wrong with the gold Oreos? It's like when I said I use regular Link in Smash and not Young Link or Toon Link. It's like, really, man? Regular Link's like, yeah! What's wrong with regular Link? Okay, about 10 more minutes and then I'm gone. I'm going to sleep. Well, got a shiny Alpha Abra, which proves it is possible. Now I just need the shiny Alpha to be on our target. You know, my Instagram feed is all BTS now thanks to the fucking McDonald's toys. Damn you, algorithm! I'm legit gonna go straight to bed after this. I'm too tired. And I gotta wake up so early tomorrow, too. Fuck my life. So, what are you watching next? Like I said, Dead City Season 3 is coming out soon, as well as Lanterns. I'm behind on Beast Games and Ted Seasons 2. And I think that's it for shows this year, unless there's something I'm forgetting. Because for the rest of the year, it should be mostly films. Later in the year, we got Godzilla -0, as well as Avengers Doomsday. Spider-Man Brand New Day is out in a couple weeks. What, you got some shows to recommend? I feel like your eyes just lit up when I asked that. Oh boy, do I. Oh boy, do I. Starts typing me a paragraph of everything he recommends me. Oh. Damn, now I kind of feel called out. But seriously, not really? Nothing really comes to mind. Oh, really? Oh, really? Nothing comes to mind. I'm sure you're just dying to recommend me a certain anime with a white hair girl with Zelda ears. Think you have to be a little bit more specific. This is anime we're talking about. It's called hentai, and it's art. You know, there's this meme-tastic scene of her crying for like 3 days straight. You even sent me a picture of her with her buttocks sticking out as her entire front is inside of a chest. Alright, Mime Jr. right there. You know, I still haven't watched Severance. I don't really have any interest watching Stranger Things. Never watched that either. There was even a Severance reference in Wonder Man. Remember that? The fuck? What the hell? I keep tossing chesto berries. What? Well, actually, there is a couple of animes I still have yet to watch. I still haven't seen season 3 of Spy X Family, season 2 of My Dress Up Darling. I still haven't seen Alia Hides Her Feelings in Russian, whatever the title is. You know, totally wholesome, non-suspect animes. There was also this, like, Little Mermaid anime that kind of intrigued me. I think it was like Goodbye Laura. I haven't really kept up with trailers for new and upcoming anime, so I don't really know what's coming out that's new. You know what's another thing I think about sometimes? What was Japan like before all this? Before Pokemon, before anime? Because we know Japan to be like merchandise central. But what was it like before this? What was it like before Pokemon? So like 1995. Pretty understandable that every single corner you go to in Japan, it's all Pokemon. But like, what was it like before? Anyways, you've been watching that. I don't know what that is. Still pretty advanced tech. Okay, so let's check out this Mime Jr. outbreak, and then I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep. I hate you. I hate you dodgeball shoulder having bitches so much. What a waste of my time. That's every stream. I mean, I did get a shiny alpha today, so there's that. Getting one of those is always a win. Even though it wasn't my target, why wasn't it, by the way? It's still a win. That is a rather small Snorlax. Never mind, it's bigger than I thought. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to sleep. Goodbye, everyone.